Created as a result of Duke Davion's interest in autocannons, the ENF-4R Enforcer performs as a mobile barrage vehicle. In this key combat role, it will lay down a fast and withering pattern of fire with its autocannon and lasers, either as a prelude to an offensive, or to blunt an approaching enemy's attack. The Enforcer is based on ideas gleaned from detailed plans of an unbuilt Mech that Davion forces discovered in an engineering library at Ekanal. Though those plans called for 2 medium lasers on the left arm, Davion engineers discovered that the Mech was structurally strong enough to handle a heavy laser instead. This proved a better weapon because the heavy laser's range matched that of a Class 10 autocannon. The Enforcer was commissioned by House Davion in 2777. Besides being a barrage vehicle, the Enforcer can also serve possibly as a trooper Mech. Though it has no hands, the Mech is a good brawler with good jump capability. Its front torso armour allows it to stand exposed to attack for short periods while pounding out its own punishment. What the Enforcer cannot take are attacks to its rear torso, where its armour is weaker than that of even some light mechs. The autocannon built by Government Weapon Works is an excellent large caliber model. The weapon is packed with a cooling jacket which doubles as protection for its sensitive innards when the Mech is in a brawl. The autocannon's massive recoil is also efficiently controlled, which reduces the amount of Mech shudder and permits the pilot to fire his other weapons simultaneously without worrying about his aim. The only real problem with the mating of autocannon and Mech was, predictably, the feed system. Many an Enforcer prototype has its weapon jam, and in some cases the jamming round exploded, blowing off the Mech's entire arm and injuring the Mech warrior. As good as the autocannon is, the Enforcer's one major flaw is that it can only carry 10 rounds for it. Attempts to boost the number of rounds carried have proved either unreliable or have slowed the Mech down. To meet this problem, Enforcers use big 10-round clips that are easily slipped into and out of the Mech's back. If possible, a truck and crane system are parked close to Enforcers during battle to allow quick reloading of the Mech's autocannon. If the battle is too mobile, and the Enforcer has no opportunity to reload, its pilot has no option but to mother his 10 shots. In the hands of a good Mech warrior, the Enforcer can stand up well against almost all other Mechs in one-on-one combat. Only those Mechs whose armour can withstand more than 2 or 3 autocannon or laser fire hits are too tough for him to handle alone. The Enforcer is also an excellent city sniper. If its pilot is familiar with the city, he can hit and run many times, returning to base to be reloaded while the enemy force flounders, looking for him. As many of the secrets of lost tech were recovered by the NAIS, Ekanal brought in many veteran Enforcers, Mech warriors, to help design the newest model, the ENF-5D. This variant became the standard medium Mech for the Federated Commonwealth when it debuted in late 3050, and the armed forces of the Federated Commonwealth immediately contracted to buy the entire line for a 10-year run. The AFFC distributed the new Mechs to key formations including the Davion Brigade of Guards, the Royal Guards and Fedcom Corps, and bought up Ekanal's upgrade kits for other distinguished units. However, demand for the Enforcers during the clan invasion outstripped Ekanal's ability to supply them, requiring First Prince Hansa Davion to order that Kalon Industries be granted a license to produce Enforcers.